Alright, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning so far. No trades for myself in pre-market. Usually, I'm pretty active in pre-market. For those of you who don't know, but this morning, I didn't really see any opportunities. I was watching CCXI, but it was a little bit of a risky short. I am still considering, both sides on it, long or short. But it's kind of waiting into the bell, for this one just to see, what's gonna happen here at open. It's a really trappy name. These high IO biotechs are, some of the trappiest names in the market. So you want to really see, how it looks, at open. Unless they offer in the pre-market, look to slam the bids. But just gonna wait to open on CCIX. Other than that, we do have, I see some people talking about TBLT. TBLT did just come out with a PR. Did Their Amazon storefront achieves revenues of 1.8 million in the United States and Canada in the first 7 months of operation. So another PR about the Amazon storefront. Seems like TBLT really likes putting out those PRs with Amazon name involved. So yeah, so TBLT, cheap one, not really my type of style. Like playing stocks, primarily between $2 and $10. Not against playing, $1 names, but I like playing between $2 and $10. So I didn't really give it too much attention, but I did post the news for you guys over in Discord chat if you guys want to read that up. So all right, with that being said, let's dive into this watch list. NSPR first name on the watch here. So let's go over NSPR right here. Alright, so NSPR. Do have a catalyst here on NSPR. I'm going to pull up the gap stats. I just want to show you guys the gap stats on this one on NSPR. So let me just pull this up. Give me 1 second here. Alright, so here we go. Here's the gap stats on NSPR. NSPR gapped up above 20% 4 times. The average spike 17%. Closed below the open 100% of the time. It has gapped up over 20%. Average low from the open, minus 11. Average low from the open, minus 18%. Yeah, so those are the stats on NSPR. So last 4 times it gapped up, did close below that opening price. But it does usually go on a spike before it gives back its gauge. So NSPR, what could we expect possibly to see today? Kind of the same thing. Look for maybe a morning pop. But just NSPR loves giving back its gains. So ultimately, could see this thing you come back below, break below that open, and even come down further because it did say that the average low as we crack down below the opening is 11%. So NSPR, we'll be watching possible pops into this 140 level for a possible short, risking that top on NSPR. I'm not against longing it. If it sets on up really nicely, I could look for a possible long. It's still lower float name at 1 million, but it's been trading pretty heavy. Sometimes you see this $1 names that maybe trade a little bit higher than the float that it has. We had a recent name, I can't remember the ticker, but we were all saying like, wow, is this thing really a little float here? It's trading like a 20-30 million a float stock. So sometimes we do see that these $1 names a little bit thicker. The average volume just overall much bigger than some of the other 1 million a float names. So NSPR. We'll see how it looks at open, but I'm expecting this one to trade a little bit heavy than it's given its float. Yeah, so I'm gonna map out the lines here on NSPR. If we start doing some massive volume out of the opens, I'll probably avoid the short side on it. If we start doing like 800k bars, I'll probably be avoiding it. So I'm going to map out 125, $1, and this like 140 area. I think we do have a little bit of a gap here. What's the top here? 155. So if we break 155, we do have a small gap to fill. Nothing crazy. What was the low here? 190. So like 155 to this 190 area, you have like 40 cents to fill there. So we'll see if it possibly maybe gets up this high on NSPR. All right, so that's kind of be the game plan on this one. Possibly interested in parabolics or short on it. If it does massive volume out of the gates, I'm seeing it churn, tons of volume. Could flip it long on NSPR. All right, so let's see. Yeah, CCIX. Not too much on the watch this morning. We are coming into the holidays, so definitely not expecting any sort of crazy volume these next 2 days. Historically that have been slower. A lot of traders are going to be taking off the next 2 days. All right, so CCIX here. This is the hot play of the morning. Yesterday it ran after hours off positive phase 3 data. went pretty crazy yesterday. You went from what it go from $8 to almost $40. So had this. I think it was halted. It opened up much higher there. CCIX. And kind of this morning, kind of sideways, a lot of choppy action. This morning, CCIX. The price action and volume was definitely a little lackluster. The volume was decent, but the price action wasn't really that great here. You can see we had some excuse me, 1 minute candles here that traded 100 shares. So you could see just had certain moments where it just looked absolutely dead. Came back on down, but then climbed back on up, came back on down. Now it's moving on up. So a lot of choppiness this morning on CCIX. Just kind of back and forth action. But I definitely think there's going to be some opportunity here for a trade, possibly on CCIX. Kind of the same deal with this one. Not against longing it, and I'm not against shorting it. So kind of that no bias coming into today on CCIX. The news was great. Price action was fantastic yesterday and after. I was this morning a little bit weaker. They do have, I think they do have a 424B5 from 1218, 75 million shares that they could tap into today. They did have an S3 also for May that is effective, so just got to be careful. I would say, be careful long in this thing, midday, afternoon, it's possible they could raise. So, I would say don't long this thing past, 11 a.m. Be very cautious. So another one, going to map out my lines on it, react to the chart, the tape, and go from there. So, you have this $32 line mapped up here, kind of this pre-market, low area. And I do have, $35 resistance. Had trouble getting over. See, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times rejected that $35 line. Gonna have that 36 area mapped out. You can see here, rejected. And then I have this 37.50 area, kind of that, pre-market, resistance level right there. All right, so that's kind of the deal with CCIX. Coming into the day, once again, no bias on it. You're just going to play the chart, play the tape, and go from there. NSPR, a little bit more short bias on NSPR based on some of the gap stats and some of the pre-market action. Like I said, M open the long. You have a little bit more short bias on it. Is that it? Let me see. IFRX. Yeah, IFRX, guys, not really seeing too much here. I mean, it doesn't even have that much meat to even look for a possible short. Maybe if we reclaim 310, I saw some people thinking, long on it. I'm not really seeing it. Don't even see a catalyst on IFRX. I guess people are just, excited about this gap to fill if we could ever enter it. What's the high? There's 477. That's pretty far. I mean, with the volume and price action so far this morning, it doesn't look like we'll get there. Unless things really come around, at open, it's gonna need some serious volume and some better action than this to really get through that gap fill. But besides that, not really seeing the catalyst here, unless I'm missing something when someone has the news or anything they want to post. But yeah, IFRX not really gonna be a main focus, a main interest in me this morning. Kind of be more focused on CCXI and NSPR. So that's gonna be it for the morning watch, just the morning game plan. Oh, so it's like a sympathy play, IFRX sympathy play. Shyam, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Yeah, what's it called? IFRX. Like I said, it's just gonna need some better volume towards it. Right now, the price action's pretty weak, the volume's pretty weak, so things can change at open. So we have to see how it looks when the market opens on up. Seeing some traders saying it's just a sympathy play. So sometimes we do see these sympathy plays, fade pretty hard. Especially if volume doesn't come in because it gets too overly long crowded. You have traders thinking, oh, IFRX can be that next sympathy, that big time runner, and volume just the bids pull, volume stops coming on in, it's going to come down pretty hard. Did I not post the live stream link in the chat? Oh, I apologize, guys. Forgot to post the live stream link in the Discord chat. My bad. Gamer, I'm not sure. If I'm not sure. If shorts got aggressive on this one. To be honest, I mean, I didn't really see the action yesterday and after hours on it. I mean, this easily could have been, just a lot of longs, getting overly excited, seeing, CCIX up 300%. Could have been a lot of long just getting excited. And if that's the case, it's going to be tough for it to really, move on up without any, shorts involved in it. It's kind of my opinion on it, on IFRX. Let's see, Chris. I'll be offline tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm not really sure yet, Chris. Definitely Friday. I will not be here. Tomorrow, I may just be here for like the first 30 minutes. If it's slow, I'm gonna head out. So, I may just hop on for a tiny bit tomorrow. Definitely not gonna stay on late unless I'm in a trade. But yeah, tomorrow I may be here. Friday I'm definitely not going to be here, and obviously Thursday is Thanksgiving. Oh, I do apologize, Lavinia, that I didn't post the watch list. I'll just go through it again, just real quick. I'll just run through a quick recap of my thoughts. NSPR, a little bit more short bias on NSPR based on the gap stats, but it usually does go on a quick pop before it gives back its gain. So watching this 140 area for a possible parabolic short, risking the pre-market highs. If the volume is really good if the volume is really good out of the gates, we're turning 500, 600k bars on the 1 minute baseline volume. Could flip it for a possible long. So only long it if we do some really good volume and I'm liking the price action. If not, we'll be a short into pops for some more fade. So that's kind of the deal with NSPR. CCXI, no bias going into CCXI. These high IO biotech names are some of the trickiest names I've traded in the past. So really just gonna react to the chart here. Play the tape on CCIX. I do have some borrows available to short if I see something that I'm liking on the short side. And I think that was it. IFRX, gonna need better volume here. I think this one was a sympathy play. People are saying, so it could be overly long crowded, which usually it doesn't really spell well for the play. We need some shorts involved if we're gonna go on some sort of big time rip, some sort of run. So this will be like a back burner play. So that's just a quick recap. Sorry if I apologized that a few times, but I did post a Discord chat a little bit late. TBLT, yeah, TBLT. If you guys are interested in a cheaper name, TBLT, moving up on some Amazon storefront news. This one's got a lot of eyes on it for traders under $1, so could see some action here if you guys are interested in these type of plays. But that's gonna be it. 2 minutes. We open on up here. Let's all prepare. Let's get ready. Make sure you guys are sticking to your game plans. Look for your A+ setups only. If there's no trade, no reason to force anything. Only trade with an edge. It does not feel like a Tuesday, right, guys? Kind of feels like a Thursday or even Friday. Kind of a short week, and we had a big break coming on up, so hopefully we get some nice trades in, today or tomorrow. Had a nice day yesterday on JAN. Definitely could hold me over for the week, even if I don't have any trades today or tomorrow. Alright, so you got 1 minute to open, so all eyes, at least my eyes are going to be on CCIX right out of the gates here. Also watching NSPR. So CCIX, guys, popping on up here. It's kind of weird. My level 2 looks different than my other one. Alright, that's better. Alright, let me throw up one more level 2. I'm going to put up NSPR on the bottom. See if NSPR can get any sort of action towards it. Yeah, I hate when this happens. Alright, we are open here, guys. Market's open. Oh, come on, E-Trade. My chart's not even up. It's a pain. Come on. Trying to load my charts over here, guys. For some reason, E-Trade charts just blew out on me right here. So hopefully this thing loads back on up for me. Alright, so let's look at the scanners here for now until this thing loads. NSPR, week open here, NSPR. Would need some sort of pop, maybe 125s, 120s to even look for a short. There's a little bit of a pop there, NSPR. All right, so NSPR guys pushing here on light volume. This is annoying. My E-Trade's like so messed up this morning, guys. Come on, perfect short right there, NSPR, but some reason my charts are really messed up this morning, guys. Sorry I'm complaining. It's just kind of frustrating right here because I can't really see my charts. But hey, nice little play right there into the game plan. The 120 area for a pop and short, risking like that 125 line NSPR if anyone caught that one. All right, here we go. Finally. All right, guys, I'm up here. I'm all up. It usually never happens to me. Usually, very rarely I ever have like a chart issue with E-Trade. Usually, if anything, it'll just be a little slow. But usually I don't have. Usually EJ's pretty good. I don't have any issues. Okay, Chuck. Thank you, man. I'll try that once the stream ends. I'm gonna try that once the stream ends. But it looks like I'm good here now on my charts. Much better. I can't trade blindly without. Yeah, I don't know how you trade like that, Happy Trader, without any charts. Here's CCCL, guys. Looks like CCCL, is halted here. Halted here on CCCL. Looks like CCX, guys, trying to curl a little bit here. CCX trying to curl a little bit here. Some massive volume on CCX. Now I'm looking at the chart here. Just want to confirm my volume's correct. Yep. All right. Just wanted to confirm that. So CCCL here halted. Yeah, I just looked. I'm not seeing a catalyst either. CCCL is a former runner. CCCL is a former runner here. Yeah, I've traded this one in the past. See here, 15 million volume on this day. Seeing a lot of China names, CIFS, CCCL. So we're seeing some Chinese stocks moving up here. SNNO is the Chinese name. No. Well, yeah, some familiar names popping up on the scans here. CCCL, actually funny. You guys are saying that. CCCL, I remember this one ran in the past with no news and still made some nice. I still had some nice action. I remember that one day I didn't have any news and it went on a nice rip. Oh, so you guys are saying there is some news on it? Announces progress to its plan to enter the Malaysian market. All right. All right, so there's a catalyst here. It doesn't seem like the strongest of catalysts just reading that headline, but there's a catalyst. All right, look at this, guys. CCIX, guys. CCIX, guys, really pushing here. They soaked really hard on that dip, and a massive push here on CCIX, guys. Look at this. Oh, massive push right there on CCIX. And look at that, just as quick as it went on up, it's coming right back on down. So really trading like a biotech, really trading like a biotech. Really choppy, tricky action there over on CCIX. So definitely not a beginner. Definitely not a beginner trade there on CCI. Excuse me, CCXI. My bad, guys. Sometimes mispronounce it. All right, let's see what's going on. See what else we got going on here. NSPR, good parabolic short right out of the gate. Just unfortunate, my stupid chart wasn't working. Uh, let's see, CCXI. Huge ramp on up, and big stuff move right there. Coming on down now, just put in a new low. I could be I mean, maybe I'm dyslexic. I don't know. That's not the first time I'll do that, guys. Sometimes some tickers, I'll mispronounce them or I can't pronounce them, so I do apologize. But I'm pretty sure you guys know what stocks I'm referring to. All right, let's see. CCCL unhalted here on CCCL. So let's check out CCCL, see what this one's doing here. Let's see if we have any daily chart resistance, because we did go on some recent runs here on CCCL. A little bit earlier in the year, though. So I'm sure we had time to filter out some weaker hands. But I'm definitely seeing some, overhead around like $2, 230s. I'm seeing a lot of overhead resistance. You guys can see up here a lot of these days. These are old lines I have mapped up here. So definitely going to have some overhead resistance, overhead supply as we come up to that $2, 220 area. So it could even be a possible parabolic short into that area if we ever get there. But actually, wow, huge volume candle just put in right there on CCCL. So definitely gotta when you see something like that, definitely gotta take a step back and be cautious on the short side, because that's a massive volume right there on that 1 minute. So let's see if we get any sort of pullback here on CCCL. AUPH, a few guys talking about AUPH. What's going on over there on AUPH? Looks like we're gonna have some daily chart resistance around the $7 mark. AUPH, pretty overextended move here. See, we had a rejection here as we came up to the 690 area. AUPH a little bit higher in the float, 50 million. Seems like one of these multi-day runners there on AUPH. Alright, let's see. CCCL, keeping an eye on this one now. Some good volume been put in there. So just keeping an eye on it. Just trying to base around this 120 area on CCCL. CCXI here. So far it's been a steady fader since that rejection candle. I'm just keeping a close eye here in CCCL. I want to see if it's getting base here at this 120 area. Let's see, Corey, thinking about a possible long. You know, I like the volume. After the unhold, I was pretty interested in the volume it was doing, but now it seems like that volume's fading on off here, Corey. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. See if volume creeps back in on CCCL. But I think we're halted here to the downside, actually. Yeah, so I think we're halted here to the downside. So just didn't get that follow through, that volume that we initially got. Just couldn't really follow through right here, and it looks like we are halted to the downside. So no play on CCCL, no play there. CCXI, nothing there. DKS, mid cap. So not really seeing anything at the moment, guys. Not really seeing anything. Just looking around. Just looking around at the moment. Yep, Ricky, obviously, downside halt definitely kills a lot of momentum on it. So have to see how it looks on the resumption here. All right, NSPR popping. I hope NSPR goes parabolic. Hope NSPR, gets on up, 130s, 140s. Yeah, really be careful, guys, on the CCXI. Even shorter long. Look at that. Another one of those, really strong green candles. You can see it just skips a few dollars right there. So definitely be cautious on that one, guys. Very trappy. Very trappy name. And we have a very strong catalyst, guys, on CCXI. Remember, we had positive phase 3 data. I mean, we've seen recent plays, go, 50, 60, 70 bucks. Didn't NXTC just have a recent, phase 3 or one of those mid caps? I know the float's a little higher on CCXI, but hey, definitely, be very cautious, Just make sure you have a stop in place and you respect that stop loss. Moving forward blindly, I got 22 cents a share with CCCL, 2 wins, 1 loss. All right, nice, man. Very nice. IFRX, a little bit of a pop here. IFRX. Let's see if HHT here can be the pump of the day. Definitely something chat rooms would be interested in HHT. See if it halts here, HHT. You see this one, big spreads, light, thin name. Definitely a chat pumps target on HHT. I say, I'll say this: if you're playing these type of plays, just know that that these are chat targets and that they come down just as quickly as they go up. So, if you're ever playing these type of tickers, these type of names, just make sure you're taking profits very quickly on these ones. Don't get greedy, and obviously don't size in or just avoid them like me. I don't play these type of stocks. I'm not saying all the time they're chat pumps. I'm just saying that these are these type of plays that chat pumps target. You can see that 260 now back at 227. See, I was able to call this out quick. 950, slow morning so far. No small cats moving. Probably some chat rooms are bored. They want to make a quick buck, and boom, they just see HHT hit the scanner once, 230s. They're probably jumping in 250, selling at 260s, and it's coming back on down. So no trades so far for me, guys. No trades so far for me. I've had 13 green days in a row just from being patient, waiting for good setups and attacking. If I don't see a good setup, I'm not gonna force anything. I was thinking about CCIX trade, but I know that's kind of a non-niche type of setup for me. Why am I gonna force something and that I'm not too familiar with playing? It's not that I never played a name like that, a ticker like that. It's just I have better edge elsewhere, and I could always wait another day. Yep, 100%, Ricky. No trade is a good trade. Yep. Oh yeah, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. I forgot SRNE was on the watch list. I just happened to not get to it in time. Yeah, SRNE guys. This was a really nice play yesterday. I think you guys called it out. I just didn't really look at it because I knew the float was like 100 million. But I mean, look at the volume. It was doing some really nice volume yesterday. We traded 76 million shares yesterday. The baseline volume was very high on it. Yeah, and this name SRNE definitely a thorn in shorts butts. You guys remember this one? This one was really, really, tricky for shorts. On this multi-day run here on SRNE. I remember this one. I think I got crushed on it too. I think I tried shorting it too on SRNE one day. I think this day here I got caught up on it. I was looking for my day two short and I got smoked. So you could definitely see this thing, trap SRNE. So let's give it a look. Be a possible red to green here. What I like to see is maybe a pullback and kind of hold 290s pretty firm here, or even upper 280s. Definitely that $3 area is going to be a key mark here. Yep, it closed strong too. Also SRNA. May even look for small little play for myself here on SRNA. Maybe just like 2,000 shares on this red to green move. There's IFRX. There's 320s. Coming up to 320 right here, IFRX. CCCL also trying to curl. I do see CCCL trying to curl back on up as well. Coming up to 120s here. Alright, so IFRX, guys. Looking good. Looking good here on IFRX. See, put in some higher lows right here. You can see higher low, higher low, higher low. Boom, nice ramp here. We'll see if we can see a similar type move here on SRNE. CCCL. I'm gonna put CCCL on the top level too, right here. See this thing starting to curl a little bit. See there's a bidder here, and it did put in some good volume before, so I just want to keep it on watch on CCCL. All right, you're in CCCL 105. All right, looking pretty good right now. You're looking pretty good. PTI. See if you guys talking about this one. PTI. Another one of these multi-day runners. New low right there in CCXI. New low right there. Here's SRNE guy right here, moving on up, coming up to $3 right here on SRNE. TFFN. Yeah, it's a pretty big wall there at 3. I'm thinking if we possibly break over at $3 mark, could look for maybe a scalp, maybe up to like 315, 320s. I definitely think some shorts are bent on this one on SRNE from yesterday. Closed strong. So just keeping an eye. And there's CCCL too. CCCL staying strong. Staying strong there on CCCL. Alright, Happy Trader, AGRX. A lot of tickers you guys are throwing at me. I only like watching a few. AGRX, yeah, AGRX is a good one. I think Come 2 is swinging this one on AGRX. Nice little multi-day mover, it's yet to get back, its gains. So a pretty strong plan here, AGRX. I think they're waiting on some side of news in the future. So, when you have forward-looking news, sometimes you see moves like this sustain for a little bit. All right, CCCL. CCCL is pretty interesting here. Just keeping it on watch. Felt like it should have died there. But it did hold on up here on CCCL. So it is showing some strength here. SRNE also coming up to $3. Also coming up to $3 here on SRNE. Oh, there's CCCL right there. Looks like halted again to the downside. It looks like it. Alright, yeah, so just as I was saying, it should have died. Right there looks like CCCL. And maybe it there for CCCL. Just watching SRNE. I mean, I've seen it make the same pattern, before SRNE. Just these red to green moves. It loves these red to green moves on SRNE. Even made one yesterday. I'm looking at the chart from yesterday. See here yesterday, sub view up, boom, breaks above. Tough. $3 is tough right there, SRNE. It feels like there's definitely some hidden sellers right there. Get the break over that $3 mark. Yeah, Ricky, that happened to me too. That last run I had when I was going over before an SRNE, that's the same way I got stopped out on it also. It's a strong name. SRNE is a strong name. It's known to trap shorts really well. Known to go on a history of multi-day runs. Not the first time SRNE has gone on a multi-day run. So we continue to see this. We can definitely can continue to see this thing rally on up on SRNE. So but I'm not really interested in playing swing right now. If anything, if I take the trade, it'll just be like a quick scalp looking for like 315s, 320s on small size. Let's see, CBLI. And it is 10:07 right now. Alright, so here's a pullback on SRNE. Am I shorting CCXI? No. Sterling Trader, I'm not. I was thinking about a short in pre-market on CCXI. I just didn't pull the trigger because of, how these biotech names are. Very tricky names. Alright, so SRNE here, if you guys are in or thinking about getting in, you would want to see this 290 area hold on up. I wouldn't really want to see it, crack that 290 area. So you want to see 290 start the base on up. If we're going to move on up higher. You guys, yeah, Zach, I really couldn't really give you, my opinion on you guys. I mean, I'm not too sure. I think that's, is that natural gas, right, you guys? Yeah, natural gas. Yeah, I mean, I have no clue what's going on with natural gas. I mean, what I'm seeing here has like a kind of this, triple bottom ish. You see here, bottomed out, sub 12, bottomed out, some 12. So you hit these lower wicks below 12. So, hey, maybe you could see a bounce right around here. I would say, risk this 1195 area just based off technicals. I know, this moves on, what's going on in the world, not just the technicals. GSB. Alright, NLXT. CCC kind of putting in, this slow little bit ascending triangle pattern right here. See, you're kind of moving up on this uptrend. You got our trend lined in right here, and has gonna have this 138 resistance level right here, or like this 140ish level on CCCL. So we'll see if it can hold this trend line up, possibly get over this 140 level on CCCL. Yeah, exactly, Phil. Yeah, unless you following the natural gas markets, I would say maybe stay away from that. You know, but those are just my thoughts on the technical side of it. So I would just say right now, top two watches, SRNE, CCCL. CCCL is, you could just look at that trend line, play that trend line right there. It's holding on up. Watch that 140 level, see if volume comes in over that mark. SRNE, trying to make this red to green move. Just need some more volume, and definitely feels like there's some hidden sellers at this $3 301 mark. So just keeping it on watch, and let's see what's CCXI doing. CCXI fading over there on CCXI. I don't want to chase weakness, especially on the short side. You can't only, people think, oh, you can only chase on the long side. It's people telling me that. I'm like, what are you saying? You can still chase on the short side. CCIX here at the lows. So right here, shorting it would be kind of chasing a little bit. So you want to be careful. Chasing weakness as well. All right, CCCL popping over 130 right now. Yeah, see, kind of forming this triangle right here. Let's see if it could, break on out of this pattern. I'm also gonna have overhead 150s, and then we're gonna have a lot of baggage over two. So, this $2. You can see how congested this area is here, guys. $2, 220s. This would be, if it ever got parabolic, I mean, this would be a decent area. Look for a parabolic short. $2, 220s. Phil, what's the indicator for hidden sellers? I mean, there's no really indicator, but I mean, you can just look on the tape. You kind of see a lot of orders going through. It's just not budging. Could indicate there's a possible hidden seller here on the tape. On like SRNE was trying to get over 3, just wasn't budging. You saw a lot of those bigger guys got taken out, but just still wouldn't move. So it could indicate there's some hidden seller. HEPA. Alright, so CCCL here coming up to our line right here. Let's see if we're going to break out over this 140 area. All right, here we go, guys. 140. 140 here coming on up on CCCL. So a nice little technical breakout here. You guys saw this, held this trend line, put in some higher lows. Uh, Volume came on in, and coming up to this 140 area right here. We'll see if we could break. Next line is going to be 150. SRNE, slow mover right here, just kind of going sideways. Not sure. I don't think I'm going to get involved with this, guys, on SRNE. Even in the past, I had some of my worst performing days on, holiday weeks. So just want to be safe, want to be smart. Definitely a lack of volume, in the market, especially on holiday weeks. Just overall in general, a lot of traders are taking off. A lot of traders, maybe if you had 10 out of 10 traders in the market on a normal week, I would say a holiday week, maybe you have 6 out of 10 or even 5 out of 10. So clearly, definitely expect some sort of lack of follow through on some of these plays. Lack of follow through. So don't be surprised. Maybe CCCL, ends up, not getting this follow through here. Same thing with SRNA. Maybe you don't get that $3 follow through, but on a hotter week, maybe this thing would break through 3. So with that being said, guys, I may head out, guys, in like 5-10 minutes here. Kind of see myself clicking around, a lot here. Kind of when I start clicking around a lot, kind of see, all right, I'm getting bored, Nick. I want to trade, but there's no good setups. I know it's not the smart thing to do is trade right now. A stupid setup, and it is a holiday week, so let me preserve my gains from the week. I made $3,000 yesterday. No big deal, if I don't trade today or tomorrow. So, may head out of here, guys, in like 5-10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions for me, you guys can ask. Yeah, exactly, Meester. I don't want to lose my 13-day green streak on a stupid trade. Let's see. Chuck, thank you, man. I'm going to check that out right after the live stream. SSI. Look at this, guys. SSI just being a beast. This is my swing trade call from the other day. Coming up to 5 here. All right. Yeah, thanks, Phil. Gotta play it safe sometimes, guys. Gotta play it safe. You know. Wait for hotter times. Yeah, I didn't even come into this week, expecting to have a big day, and I had a big day this week. So, gotta protect that, protect the gains, and wait for the next opportunity. All right, so I'll take some questions. Let's see, Clint. I have plenty of free time. I like to sit there and figure out how to analyze my own trades, learn a good strategy, but I don't know how to do that effectively. Clint, just pick out a strategy. I have some examples in the Discord chat. You could look through my charts. Uh, you know, you could look, follow AC, follow Come to Life's trades. You could YouTube certain, strategies and setups, and just keep back testing it. Keep back testing it. Do it in the simulator. Build up a database, and once you have a good database built up, you have proven success. Then move over to real and go from there. All right, Chuck, man. I'll see you on Monday, dude. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving with the family if you're spending time with your family. Yeah, so I'll let you guys know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow. There's a chance I will be. To be honest, I'm probably gonna wake up, look at the gap scans, and if I don't see anything, I'm probably just gonna, call it a day and head out and enjoy the break. Yeah, usually, I'm actually kind of sad when we have, breaks in the market, but not gonna lie, I kind of feeling like I do need a break here, to be honest, getting pretty exhausted, trading. Just been a lot of action lately, and, I could use a few days off, but I'm saying that now, but then when comes like Saturday, Sunday, I'm like, ah, wish we were trading. All right, you too, the hand. Have a great Thanksgiving. What prep do I do the night before? Yeah, so the night before, I'll see what kind of ran yesterday. I have a notepad, so I'll just write in my notepad, all right, what was some of the tickers yesterday? What has opportunity for maybe a day two short the following day? Or what stock maybe has potential to go on maybe a multi day runner? I'll look for some stocks that have swing potential. I'll go around FinViz, throw a few screeners in, check some of the blast off momentum scan, just search around for stocks with swing potential. And a side note, CBLI here, kind of one of these really thin names here. That could get some momentum. And CCCL also breaking out. CCCL also breaking out. So I'm gonna throw CBLI on the bottom level too. But yeah, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, the prep the night before. Yeah, so I'll do my typical screener. Look for stock setup potential in the morning that I could look to set up into one of my strategies, and I'll also review my trades from that day, journal my trades, see what I did right, see what I did wrong, any takeaways from the day, to head into tomorrow. So that's kind of the prep I do. Just review my trades, journal my day, look for any stocks that have potential for tomorrow for maybe a swing or a particular setup. Clint, yeah, you could track on in Excel. That's where I used to track, or you could use TraderView to track your trades. Let's see. Any reason I'm not shorting CCXI Sterling? Uh, you know, like I said, in the pre market, it's just it's a little bit out of my niche. I like trading between $2 and $10. Not to say I'll never trade a stock over 10. It's a biotech name on positive phase three. Positive phase three is a really red flag. We've seen stocks that have positive phase three go on some of the biggest rips, the biggest runs in the market. High institutional ownership, and it's a biotech name. I find that biotechs with high IOs are really tricky stocks to trade, very trappy, and I just avoided it. I just avoided it. I was thinking about a short Sterling in the pre-market. It looked really weak. For a good period of time. Uh, what was it around like? Right around like 7, between like 8 o'clock. It looked so weak. I was thinking about pulling the trigger like 1,000 shares, but I was just being disciplined and saying, Nick, this is a kind of a little bit of a non-niche setup here. This thing could easily trap and go 40. So I just avoided it. I didn't think it was. I didn't really see myself having too much edge on it. Besides that, the price action was this weak. Overall, it had a lot of bullish factors towards it. All right, so I'm gonna take a few more, guys. I'm gonna head out. Take a few more here. I'm gonna head out. Man, I feel for you guys on the West Coast. It's tough. Dedication, though. I would be able to do it, but I can. It would take a long time for me to get used to it. Phil, good question. Not really. The overall market does not affect the small cap market whatsoever, from my experience. Maybe if there's like a big world event, like a big huge event, maybe we'll have some slower periods. Some traders will be looking at their portfolio, their long term positions, but overall the broader markets do not affect small caps from my experience. Yeah, what's it called? Sterling. Yeah, I mean 30 is the backside line I have. So below 30 to me is kind of that backside line. Above that, I still think it's possibility it could trap, but definitely looking weak right now on CCXI. So I mean, if you're interested in it, what I would say is, hey, maybe wait for 30 to crack, wait for it to re-break above, wait for a little bit of stuff moving. Look, you could look to join trend. Look to join trend on CCXI for some more fade. Kind of my thoughts on it. All right, guys, one more minute, and I'm gonna head out. If I'm not here tomorrow, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time spent if you guys are with your family. Uh, if not, just relax, kick back, and have a good break. KK0491. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Knicks are just so trash, dude. I'm the biggest Knicks fan. I don't see us beating the Raptors, but who knows? The Knicks are a weird team. Some nights they come up to play, some nights they don't. All right, so I'm not seeing any more questions here. Uh, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Once again, everyone have a great holiday. Uh, you know, I'll let you guys know probably sometime in the morning if I'm gonna do a live stream. If I do a live stream, it's gonna be a quick one. Yeah, maybe the first 30 minutes, unless I'm in a trade. Who knows? I'm saying that now, but who knows? Maybe tomorrow's hot. You get a good opportunity in the morning, and get a trade in. We'll see. So that being said, everyone have a happy holidays, and I'll see you guys all in Discord chat. Peace.